Hey, what's up guys, Kazooie here, and welcome to episode 34 of Skill into Glory. And yes, we are back again in Division 2, and mainly because of that, I decided to make some big changes. I decided to sell on the 2 squads we used to have, or the 3 squads we used to have actually, and make pretty much 2 new teams that we're going to be playing Division 2 with. And you can see I actually sort of made it around the untradeable player we actually got in a pack, that is Sergio Ramos, and I made this team out of it. 4-3-3 formation with 2 centimeters and 1 CDM, which is the second variation. Really like the team. Actually looks really awesome, with also Ribery in the team. And if you're of course interested, there will be a link in the description down below. Now we also got the second squad, which is again a squad basically built around a player we actually got from our pack, which is Kona Plianka. A player I actually never used an Ultimate Team this year, so I figured I would give him a try since he has some really awesome stats. He is at the 5-star skiller, but he has 4-star skill moves, which is enough, I think. We've got 1 5-star skiller in this team, which is Hatem Ben Arfa, and the rest of the players are mainly players I used throughout this series. So I guess it's also a pretty nice looking team, especially the link with Pereira and Dybala is one of my favorites this year. But as I mentioned before, if you're interested in the squad and stuff, and if you want to know how much it costs, there will be a link in the description down below. Now we also picked up 2 new kits from the same team, actually, from Wellington Phoenix, from the A-League from Australia. Those are the 2 new kits we're going to be using, and after we've done that, we move on back to the main team, and we're going to be playing the first game in Division 2, and we do come up against a pretty strong looking French team with a goalkeeper Trapp in his netty inform version. And after 31 minutes, it's my opponent actually picking up a corner there. I tried to clear it away with, like I said, a very poor header, and then he picks it up with Perrin, his center back, and he smashes it into the back of the net. A really weird goal, because I don't really know what Lacazette was thinking. Just pretty much gave it to Perrin for some reason. But yeah, it was 1-0 for him. A really boring first half as well. This was the only kind of chance we got with Lacazette. A shot with his weak foot, but it went wide the post. Then to the second half, we got a big chance there with Fekir. A nice shot on the post there. Unfortunately, didn't go in first time. Then we pick it up with Lacazette. We beat 2 of his defenders there with the Berber spin. We go for a finesse shot as well, but it was a little bit too weak. An easy save there for his goalkeeper. And yeah, from that point, we created a lot of chances in the second half. For here on the left-hand side as well, with Ribery cutting in there with a nice fake shot, trying to go for a shot. The goalkeeper saves, and then from the rebound, it is actually Lacazette making it 1-1. We finally got the goal in this game. A really stupid goal, as you can see as well. But I didn't really care that much, because all I wanted was, of course, not to lose this game. The 69th minute, we pretty much got the final chance of the game with Lacazette, and that is pretty much how the game ended. A really kind of boring game, I would say. Not a lot of stuff happened throughout, and I guess 1-1 result was fair enough. Then we move on to what will be the second game of the episode. I decided to switch teams to the second team. Really want to give that team a go as well, and we come up against a basic sort of Premier League team. And once again, we start off with a corner. It was from my opponent, and guess what? He also kind of scored the same way, just like my opponent did in the first game. This time with Oscar, you can see there were a lot of defenders. Unfortunately, they couldn't block the shot. Then in the 14th minute, we managed to go on the counter there with Dybala. A nice sort of a fake turn to beat the defenders. You can see there were so many defenders trying to get him. He was way too fast for them, but unfortunately the shot was not really the greatest. A good save there from his goalkeeper. Towards the end of the first half, a free kick from my opponent hits the post there with Payet. Then he picks it up with Eriksson. I thought he was going to pass it across, and then he shoots, and yeah, it got deflected by my defender and still went in, which meant he makes it 2-0 in this game. So it wasn't really looking that good for us, 2-0 down. But then in the second half, we got the first goal for us anyway in the game. It is Pereira making it 2-1, at least give us some sort of a comeback, at least give us some hope, because of course, again, it wasn't really looking good in this game. And especially in the 70th minute, when my opponent made it 3-1, it went even worse, because like we didn't really create that much in the second half, even though we scored. That was basically all we did. And then in the 83rd minute, he got himself another chance, ends up hitting the crossbar. And these were the full-time stats. My opponent was completely dominating me. And yeah, it was just a fair result in my opinion. We couldn't really do anything about it. Then we move on. It will be the third game of the episode. Obviously, wanted to at least get 3 points out of it. And then we come up against a 5 at the back team. Seriously, the worst formation to play against, because there are so many defenders. Although we started off nice with some great skill moves with Quadrado, but you can see there were too many defenders to at least get a shot in. And yeah, he managed to defend it quite easily, I guess. Then we got a shot in with Lacazette. The goalkeeper saves it very nicely. Good shot as well. And then 30th minute from a corner, you're gonna guess it already. Again, also in this game, we can see pretty much the exact same way. I have to say though, I could have easily tackled him off the ball. Don't really know why I went with sort of a standing tackle. Probably should have gone with a slide tackle instead to get him off the ball, but that is what happened. We can see the goal makes it 1-0, and that was basically the only chance my opponent had the first half, because the first half it was just us creating so many chances. You will see it in the upcoming clips. We had a ridiculous amount of chances. I seriously don't know how he didn't at least score once in this first half, because his goalkeeper was seriously on steroids that game. He seriously saved every single shot we pretty much had. This was the final one from a corner. A nice header from Enzo Perez. A good save again from his goalkeeper. And these were the halftime stats. We had more possession. We had way more shots than him. He had only one chance, which he scored from, and was 1-0 to him. Just one of those games where you seriously just think of, are you actually serious? Like, what the hell is going on? But then in the second half, for like 4 minutes in, we got the first chance with Lacazette, and we finally put a top corner, and we make it 1-1. But then like 20 minutes later or something, he already makes it 2-1 with Akbol, and we pretty much had to start over again. We were trading again. Really, really annoying here. Big chance from Lacazette. A good save from his goalkeeper. Then we picked it up with Cuadrado. I tried to pass it across to Lacazette, who completely misses the ball. But then from the rebound, it is Fekir, who luckily enough was standing there and taps it in for an open net. Just look at the replay. I mean, what the hell was Lacazette thinking? Like, he's been a player who's been playing amazing on my main account, but in Skill into Glory, I don't really know how to score him. It's just so difficult. He misses so many chances. You can see right here as well, from kickoff, I tried to slide tackle my opponent. I even slide tackled one of my players because of it. He's just run through with the Coutinho to make it even worse. In the 90th minute in extra time, he makes it 4-2 as well to make it game over. That is how the game ended. We lost, in my opinion, undeserved, because we completely dominated against this guy, but I seriously just couldn't score. His goalkeeper saved every single thing. You have to deal with it, but it is just so frustrating when you lose these games. You probably all experience it yourself. Anyway, we're going to move on into the final game of the episode. Hopefully we get the 3 points out of this one. We come up against a pretty basic Bundesliga team, I would say, with also Vidal in his team. And we start off from a corner there with Cuadrado. I tried to pull off the fake drag back there, kind of failed. But because of that, we actually picked up a free kick. And we stepped up for it with Ribéry. 2 bars, and you can see right there over the wall and into the back of the net. And we do make it 1-0. And we actually do take the lead in this game as well for once. Then 23rd minute, nice 1-2 pass there with Perez and Lacazette, who sends him away 1-0 with the goalkeeper. And we finally finished it off first time, and we do make it 2-0 as well to give us a more comfortable lead. And from that point, I pulled off a couple more skill moves, because I feel like if you start scaling from minute 1, pretty much in Division 1, you're going to lose so many games, and that's what I kind of feel is my kind of problem in Divisions as well. But you can see we put off some great skill moves here with Ribéry. Was hoping for a scissor kick or something. Unfortunately, ended up being a pretty weak shot. An easy save for his goalkeeper as well. Then from a corner, 77th minute, it is Cuadrado there. A nice fake drag back. We managed to go through there. Then we go with the ball to Ronaldo chop. I was hoping for a shot, but his defender kind of ran into me, and therefore we lost the ball, and that is how the game ended as well. We finally got the first 3 points in Division 2, again with a lot of chances. We only end up winning 2-0, but I'll take it any day of the week if we of course get the 3 points in the end. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then make sure to leave a like, would be very much appreciated. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.